It's your girl Natasha Morrison, and you are now listening to Tenacious Goddess. Hey goddess, welcome back to today's episode. Okay, so Mother's Day is this Sunday, and I really wanted to speak to someone who's so inspirational and who's my really good friend, and I think she's a phenomenal woman. And her name is Barbara Antigua, and she's the founder and CEO of Nubia Beautyy. Did I say it right?
Nubia.
My bad. Nubia Beautyy. All right, so Barbara, just tell us about yourself.
Okay, hi everyone, my name is Barbara, and as Natasha said, I'm the founder of Nubia Beautyy, which is a salon, is a home-based salon, and I specialize in women's treatments. I do ladies waxing, I do luxury eyelash extensions, I do lash lifts and lash tints, I do eyebrows, I do the full work.
You sell lashes as well, don't you? Like
I sell lashes. Yeah, but I'm not trying to sell them anymore. It just takes too much time, and I don't like it, so I'm not doing that no more.
And you're also a mom.
A mum? Am I? I'm joking. Yes, I'm also a mum to a 4-year-old. It's going to be 5 soon. Oh my God, I've been a mum for 5 years.
It's okay, you've done an amazing job. All right, so firstly, tell us about your growing up, like school and college and uni.
It's very difficult. I mean, I grew up in London, obviously. We all grew up in London.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping we all grew up in London.
We have listeners from all
over the world, yeah.
So you grew up in London.
So I grew up in London. I grew up in South East London, near London Bridge. I don't live there anymore.
Nice.
And I've basically lived there my whole life. I haven't lived anywhere else, to be honest.
Did you go to uni?
Yeah, I did. I didn't like going uni. I actually regretted it.
So tell us about your like growing up. What was your goals and dreams?
I always knew. I know my personality is really strong, so I knew from the onset.
Girl.
Yeah, I'm a whole Gemini, like deep into Gemini. I already knew from the onset I was going to be self-employed. Like I couldn't work for anyone. I always had issues with my manager. Like my first manager, my first job, basically run off the shop floor because I was going to beat him up. Like I just already knew I was going to be self-employed. I didn't know what I didn't know what I was going to do, but I just knew I was going to be self-employed.
Did you ever try anything before you started your business?
I've tried so many stuff and failed.
What did you do?
So I started YouTube.
Okay.
When I was in uni with someone, and that didn't go too well. And then I started working in Waitrose. That's where I met Natasha. And I was there for years actually. So I wasn't doing much of myself in Waitrose. After I gave birth, I started a brand called Gem Kids, which was basically had the aim of selling very good quality used baby clothes and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, do you remember?
Venture.
Yeah, that went really well. I kind of got bored of the idea. Like it could have developed into something much more, but I was like, no, this ain't for me.
Okay.
It was long, like sourcing the clothes, making sure that it's good quality. Like you don't want to sell on anything that's not good quality and stuff like that. But yeah, I did that. That failed.
Didn't you sell shea butter? You still sell shea butter?
I still sell shea butter and stuff, but that's going to be mainly at the salon.
Okay.
Yeah, so I still do like my shea butter. I'm really into natural products, so yeah.
Okay, so tell us about how did you get pregnant, and
we all know how we get pregnant.
Okay, we know, but what was the relationship like with your daughter's father? How did that come about? Was this your first love?
No, it wasn't my first love.
Give us a quick overview. You don't have to go in depth.
So I met this boy.
As we do. That's how we work. We meet
at work.
Is it at work?
Yeah, I met him in Waitrose, but like a different branch from us. Yeah. So I met a boy, and one thing led to another, and then we got in a relationship. The relationship was alright. I mean, it had its ups and downs. No relationship is perfect. I'm not going to say that, but it was up down, whatever. And then 2 years into the relationship, nearly 2 years or so, I found out I was pregnant, and I was like 3 months pregnant. I was already like 3 months by the time I found out.
Wow.
Yeah, but I didn't
Did you not have symptoms?
No, I didn't. I don't know. It was the funniest thing. Like how I found out, it was just so funny. So random. I was actually sleeping like the whole day, and then he came. He was like, I think you should take a pregnancy test. I was like, what? Like, that's so random. Why would you think I'm pregnant? I don't get it. Because I'm thinking my period is coming.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, man, I'm cool. It's winter, just a change of, weather. That's why I'm tired.
I'm tired. Vitamin D's low.
Yeah. So then he's like, no, let's take a test or whatever. So then I'm like, oh, do you know what? Let's take a test. But if I'm not pregnant, you owe me money, sort of thing. So whatever. I bought the clear blue test, and then I took it. And I don't know, for some reason, I don't know if he didn't trust me or what, but he was literally in the toilet,
shoulder.
literally watching me wee.
Oh,
and then whatever, we done it. And then I was like, oh yeah, you know, I bet it's going to come out negative. Just watch, LOL, all doing all sorts. And then we turned it around and it said positive. 5 weeks plus.
So what was going through your mind at the time, and how old was you at the time?
21.
Okay, 21, and you was at uni.
I was just restarting uni because I failed my third year, so I was restarting. So I was redoing third year. So I hadn't even gone back at this point. Like I was still at home, hadn't even found accommodation.
So you had so much going on
literally,
at that time.
At that point, I was just like, no, I'm not pregnant. Somebody's weed on the test. Let's go and get another one.
Are
That was
serious?
Literally. So we're going to get another one. Didn't get cleared because you know they're expensive.
They're expensive, yeah.
So I got the cheap Tesco brand and they had like 2 in there.
Yeah.
So I just kept taking the test, and it wasn't changing. Like
it just kept saying you're pregnant.
Literally kept saying I was pregnant. The lines were strong. So I was like, what the hell? So anyway, yeah, you know how that goes. You know, you go back and forth, keep it, blah, blah, blah. Anyway.
How did he take it?
Not well, obviously, because he had a promising law career. So he didn't want to, I don't know, get distracted or whatever. But I mean, I wasn't trying to have an abortion either, just because obviously my culture and I don't know, I just didn't.
It wasn't in your heart to do that.
Yeah. It came across my mind, but ultimately I just didn't. I just kind of stuck to the pregnancy. I kind of let it be, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whatever happens, happens. If I miscarriage, I miscarriage. If I don't, I don't. We just go, innit?
So how did you find out being 21, pregnant, and was the father of your child there? Did he support you?
No. I mean, in the beginning, he was like, no. So he left.
He didn't want the baby?
Nah.
Oh.
So he left for like 3 months. So I went to the first scan with my friends. It was so funny.
Yeah, so he didn't come to the scan?
No, not the first one. And then, I don't know, he came back and then he was like, and he came to the second one. It was so funny. So the second one's where you find out the sex of the baby.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't really mind what I have, as long as the baby's healthy, innit?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't want a girl and all this theatrics. Oh my God. It was like so funny. So then obviously the doctor's done the scan, because you know when you first do the scan, they're only going to tell you if the baby's healthy or not, the measurements or whatever. So then at the end, she's like, oh, like, do you want to find out?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm not going to go through 9 months of pregnancy and not know.
No, yeah.
So then she was like, oh, like, you know, it's a girl.
Oh.
He's like, oh, no, I don't want a girl.
Is that how he behaved?
In front of the doctor. And my friend was there. I know. I was just like,
I can't believe that.
Honestly, I was like, I'm just here like bread at this point. And then, yeah, he kind of like kicked off. He literally kicked off.
Oh my God. So how did you feel? That must have been very sad and disheartening to know that you fathered a child with this man and he's behaving like this.
I was just kind of embarrassed. Well, I mean, why did you do that in front of the doctor? You could have done it somewhere else, not in front of her. But I was like, I don't really...
So how did he behave after that? How was your relationship after that? Was he present? Was he there at the birth? Was he
present up until the day of my birth. This is actually, I know I'm going to say it's funny, but other people are not going to think it's funny.
Okay.
So anyway, we were cool, whatever. You know, I did my baby shower. You was there, whatever. He wasn't there.
Yeah, he didn't. None of his family as well.
Nah, nobody came.
So was his family supportive?
Nah. I don't want to go into them. My waters broke early. I was actually at work. So I was working 2 jobs at the time.
You had 2 jobs?
Yeah. So I was working in Waitrose and then I was a part-time TA. So I worked in various schools, but then I kind of settled in one school for a bit and then I moved on to another school.
Yeah.
I was working in Waitrose on Sundays and then I was doing the TA during the week and I was still going to uni at this point and I was still writing my dissertation.
Pregnant, writing the dissertation, holding down 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was doing the most, honestly.
Girl, you are a hustler, sis.
Listen.
You are the definition of a hustler.
Listen.
So yeah, carry on. So at your birth.
So then obviously it was so weird. So I went to my last midwife appointment, which was in May.
Yeah.
And then I was full term, so I was 37 weeks. And then obviously I was like to her, so when do you think the baby's gonna come? Because I wanted to do like a maternity shoot, blah blah blah. She was like, oh yeah, you have nothing to worry about. The baby's not gonna come for like another month.
Yeah.
So I'm like, alright, cool, like I got time. So then whatever. After that, at this point I'd finished uni. Waitrose had basically told me, don't come back because you're heavily pregnant. So they made me go on early maternity. I was like, oh, you know, I was actually taking the piss, whatever. So I went on early maternity, but I was still working at the school.
Yeah.
So then the agency called me and they were like, oh yeah, we've got another school for you to go to, but it's a nursery, but it's part-time, so it's like afternoon shift. So you start at 12 or 1 or something like this, so you finish at 6.
Mm.
So I was like, yeah, that's cool, I'll take it. Whatever. So I went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then Friday, this was so funny. I was telling the kids to come in, and then it felt like I wet myself.
Really?
So I was thinking to myself, did I wet myself? That was like my fault. Did I wet myself? Like, how the hell did I wet myself?
On, yeah.
I know I'm heavily pregnant, but okay, whatever. Went toilet, like loads of water just fell out.
Everywhere.
I was like, shit, this is so surreal. Like, my water's just broke.
Yeah.
It's so cliche.
So who did you ring straight away?
Oh my god, the nursery manager was so nice. She was a woman.
She?
Yeah, she was so nice. She's like, oh my god, let's call the ambulance. She was more excited. I was just like, oh my
it's
god.
exciting.
Yeah, she was so excited because she hadn't had kids before. So she was proper excited, didn't it? So I was like, no, like, I gotta call my birth partner, Fabs.
Yeah.
So I called Fabs, I was like, Fabs. She was with Nadine.
This is your best friend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I called Fabs and I'm like, oh my god, Fabs, I'm not gonna lie, my water just broke. I don't know what to do. You need to come and get me because I don't want to go in the ambulance. That's so exaggerated. Like, I didn't need that. So she's like, all right, yeah, cool. She didn't live too far. So she's like, all right, I'm gonna pick you up. So I'm like, okay, cool. So you know me, I'm telling everybody, you know, I'm Snapchatting like, that bitch is saying this bird, whatever. So then my friend, so I didn't have my maternity notes, innit? You're meant to carry that. I ain't carrying that. That was just a big book for no reason. So anyway, so I call my friend, she lives next to me. I'm like, oh, you need to bring my maternity book, and I've got my little suitcase packed. Bring it with you because I don't know what's gonna happen. Anyway, whatever. Now I got there, observation done. Baby wasn't coming. I wasn't contracting. The water just broke. So from the minute your water breaks, you've got 12 hours from then to basically deliver the baby, or they have to take her out because there's no more water.
Yeah.
And you can catch infections and stuff.
Okay.
So anyway, so they've told me all of this. Like, oh, you can go home and then you have to come back tomorrow at 3 p.m. if you're not contracting, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool. So I email.
You emailed him? Why did you have to email him?
Because he blocked me everywhere and I blocked him as well. So I was like, all right, cool.
So you guys blocked each other?
Yeah. So I email him and I'm like, well, my water's just broke. I'm at this hospital. I'm giving birth on this day. Yeah, so be there, innit?
Did he email you back?
Yeah, he said, so anyway, good luck with your birth, but I ain't gonna be there.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, I can't be a dad, you know, so yeah, that was it. Good luck. But do send me a picture when you give birth. Yeah, he basically did.
Deuces.
Sounds
send
like
me a picture though. Is that what said?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm in shock.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that though?
I was laughing because it was actually
heartbroken.
funny. Nah, do you know what? I was over it. At this point, I'm over it because we've been back and forth. It's been 9 months. Like, there's not much more you can actually say that is going to get to me.
So after that, has he ever supported you in your daughter?
He paid child support for all of 6 months and then he said he's not working anymore. So I don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's just disappeared. Has he met his daughter?
No.
His family met her?
Nobody.
Not even tried to reach out?
I've reached out to him before and I said to him, are you still being childish? Like, are you sure you don't want to see your daughter? Because I don't really mind. Like, do you know what I mean? Cause
you want her to have a
He's like, no, not my child. Da, 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 da.
He's fully in denial.
We've seen my daughter.
We know.
Right? We know.
Yeah,
she is on the other spectrum.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
As in she's mixed race. She's not black, so we know who's her dad. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because her dad's white.
Exactly. So we know, like, it's your child.
It's your baby.
And she looks like Kim a little bit here and there.
It's your baby. So after that, career-wise, because now we've heard about you being a mom, being a single mom. How did you find becoming a new mom, being so young? How was your jobs? What was you doing at the time?
So I was still on maternity from Waitrose. And then obviously I was on maternity from the schools as well. So I wasn't working obviously, I was on maternity. I was living my life, you know, I had my little handbag. And Jem was such a good baby, bless her. She is a good baby. She's such a good baby. Yeah, no, she's really good. I was really one of them lucky mums, you know, she slept through the night.
And you had support from your family?
Yeah, and friends, yeah.
Okay.
So I breastfed her for 13 months. Remember when Ibiza, my breast...
Gosh,
oh my God!
Guys, we went Ibiza and Barbara's boobs were humongous. They were like leaking. She didn't bring a pump. I remember you had the veins.
Literally.
They had veins.
Oh my God.
My
that was so funny.
It was a good holiday. You got wasted with them other mums. But yeah, it was a lovely holiday. So what did you do job-wise after your maternity had ended?
I went back to Waitrose.
Okay.
But I was only working Sundays anyway. But I was working from like 6 in the morning. I was working, basically I took a 10-hour shift basically.
So when did you leave Waitrose? What was next after
that? Okay. So I didn't work for 2 years basically. So after Gem, I literally went Waitrose for a year. I just went back, just little money here and there. Weren't really bothered.
And during this time, you were doing all your entrepreneurial stuff, you know, starting with fashion and all of that, dabbling in YouTube.
Yes, I did a lot actually. So I think when Gem was about coming up to 6 months, I did a course with the Princess Trust.
Okay, what
so I did the business course with them.
Okay.
And it was only, I don't remember how long it was. It wasn't long, but basically they help you with like business plans and give you guidance and all of that stuff. So then basically after that, I decided I didn't want to do my business anymore. That kind of put me off. Like, it's a lot of work, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
No, I can't do this right now.
So you got scared?
Not scared. I just couldn't. It was just too much to take on at one time, kind of thing. So then I still stayed on their mailing list, the Princess Trust. So then I don't know what happened, but like a course came up to do web design with ASOS.
Okay.
There was a 1-week program. So I did that, and then nothing happened after that. It was just cool, whatever. Then in January, by this point, I was basically living in Ghana. I was in Ghana for so long, and then I got an email saying, oh, we've put you forward to ASOS, get into programs, so get into technology.
Oh, nice.
And basically at the end, you could be in a chance to get a job.
Did you end up getting a job with ASOS?
Yeah, so the thing was 1 month, and then there was 5 jobs. So there was 12 of us.
Yeah.
Well, it was long actually. There was a lot of us in the beginning. So it's like 50 people, and then they narrow it down, and then you get narrowed again into 12, then 5 or whatever. Then the 5 get the job, sorry. So it was like service desk analyst, QA analyst. So there was 3 positions in QA and 2 in service desk. And I managed to get service desk.
Nice.
So then that was my foot in the door into like a 9-to-5 job.
Okay.
And I felt like my problems would be solved, like I'm gonna have more money, But funny enough,
problems weren't solved?
Nah, it was even more problems. So obviously, at that point, Jem was turning 2. So I had to put her into nursery.
Yeah.
And nursery is expensive. Yeah. And I'm really picky. So I really wanted her to go to a really good nursery. Do you know what I mean? So that comes with the price tag. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I still took the job. I was still working in Waitrose as well. So I was working 6 days. Yeah.
Waitrose, ASOS, and being a mom.
Yeah. So I was working 6 days. So I'll do 9 to 5, pick up Jem, whatever. And then Sundays, I literally had to beg everybody to look after Jem.
Even though you was earning, you still had so much to balance because you was a single mom. So it wasn't even enough.
So then obviously I had to drop Waitrose altogether. So I just left. And then I had to cut down my hours in ASOS. I've dropped ASOS to 4 days. So I'm only doing Monday to Thursday.
Yeah.
So then Jem's doing 2 days at nursery and 2 days with my friend's mom. So she was doing this for a while, and then my friend's mom couldn't do it no more. Had to beg my friend because she wasn't working. I'll pay you for the 2 days.
I want to know now what happened after ASOS, because I know you then got a job, but then COVID happened and you was made redundant.
Oh yeah.
And then what also motivated you to start your company? Was it all of this that was happening at the time? Like, just tell us about that. How did your beauty empire start?
So basically, I started Nubia Beautyy when I was working in ASOS.
Okay.
So I was only doing it part-time.
Was it for fun? Did you start it?
No, I started it because I'm not gonna lie, I was broke. So working in ASOS, literally working in ASOS weren't giving me no money. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Whatever I earned literally went into nursery, my car. I'm not in debt, so I didn't have like credit card or anything, whatever.
But it was just
paying for stuff. Like Jem always needed something.
Yeah.
She was growing quickly. I'm growing. I need this. I need that. I need more money. I need a way to make more money. And I knew I wanted to sell lashes, but I was like, nah. The startup cost, the startup lashes is expensive. I was like, I can't fork out that money on that. So I was like, do you know what? The best thing to do for me is to provide the service. And at that point, I've been getting waxed for so long, but I had never actually been waxed by like a black therapist.
Okay.
So I was like, oh yeah, do you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. So I literally took money out my savings, did the course, luckily got my kit for free, just by chance.
Nice.
So I got my waxing kit for free, and that came with the little wax and stuff. And then that kind of pushed me to start. So once you have the kit, you're like, I might as well just do it. End up buying the bed. So I was basically living at home. So then I had basically converted like a corner of my bedroom into my waxing space. So at first when I started, the bed was literally, my waxing bed was literally in the middle of my room. So after each client, literally, so after each client, I'd have to fold down the bed and put it to the side, because obviously me and Jem are still in this room. So then obviously I was waxing my friends for free. Practicing. Literally, I was waxing people for like £10, £15 here and there, whatever. And every money I got, I didn't use it for myself. I literally put it to the side and just used it to buy more products, more stuff, more this, more that. So then obviously, I was doing it basically after work, on the weekends. I was basically working all the time. But just for myself.
And did you have a 9 to 5 at that time?
Yeah, I was still working at ASOS. So I was still working my 9 to 5 and taking clients in the evening. So I'd come home, get Jem ready. So get Jem ready for bed, give her dinner, whatever. Once she goes to sleep, 8 o'clock, I'll take a client to like 12 o'clock. Like, people in my household were getting angry because I was up, like my mum, you know, Africans and electricity and all of this. So I was up, literally. So then my friend Fabs actually convinced me to go on an eyelash course that she found. So I was like, oh, I don't really want to do that. Like, it's not really me, blah, blah, blah. It was difficult. I struggled at first. But I don't know, I just kind of kept going with it. I don't know, it was just that one summer, 2019, my services got so popular. I think that was the year of Afro Nation. So I was getting like so many people. I had to take time off work. At this point, I had to take holiday. So then
you had that much clients.
I had that much clients. The demand was a lot. So then I had to take holiday to do all the Afro Nation people that wanted to get waxed and wanted to get their lashes done and all of that. So that kept me busy, and through that I kind of just raised more money to do more courses. So then again, Fabs
so like, when did you leave ASOS? Was it
I didn't leave for a while. So I was still working at ASOS for a while. End of 2019, I was like, I need to leave ASOS because I need more money. So I looked for a new job.
And how long had you been at ASOS?
Like coming up to 2 years.
So you wanted a little bit of a change.
I needed more money. I needed more money. Let's be real. I needed more money. I need more money. Like, I got a whole child to look after. Like I need the money. So anyway, so I found a job in Treatwell doing store IT. The salary was much better. Like the environment was healthier. So I took the job. So this was now January 2020. So I took the job. I was still doing Nubia Beauty on the side. Still had a lot of clients. But at this time, I'm actually taking professionals, like people who work in professional workplaces. So I had lawyers, doctors, high-end clientele. The money was good, everything was good, like and work was a breeze.
Corona
happened. COVID happened.
Corona.
And I got made redundant. And obviously when Corona happened, I wasn't taking any clients or whatever, because I was like, oh, I live with my mom, I don't want to take people, whatever. So so I got made redundant, not taking clients. I'm basically back on benefits. So I had to use some of my redundancy money because I didn't want her to miss out on school, nursery and stuff like that. So I just used some of my redundancy money to cover 2 months of nursery fees. And then luckily she was starting school this year. So I was like, oh, it's only 2 months and then she's out and then it's free.
School and it's free,
I got offered a flat. And then when I came to see the flat, it was a 2-bedroom flat. And then one of the rooms was really small. So I was like, oh, I could just use it for my beauty. And then me and Jem can still we have a lot of space anyway, whatever.
I want to know, what were some of your struggles in juggling it all? Was there ever any time that you really wanted to give up? Or, you know, did you struggle with mental health or anything?
I'm a get on with it kind of person, because I feel like, okay, you can feel sorry for yourself, but nobody cares. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just got to put your feelings aside and get on with it. But right now, I go to therapy to have a therapist. Not because I'm mentally ill or whatever.
I think therapy is good. I don't think you need to go for mental illness. I think therapy is just good to talk to someone who's a professional.
No, it's true. Especially when you're self-employed, you don't have colleagues.
Just in general, sometimes we have harm and pain that we haven't dealt with and we think we have. So, okay, so you go to therapy and you've just been juggling all. Alright, so I just want to know this last few points, lessons that you've learned and any advice that you give any other mums, single mom who are thinking of becoming an entrepreneur. How would you advise them? What would you tell them?
I would tell them to just do it. Like, don't think about it too much, because I felt like at one point when I first started waxing, I was overthinking myself to death. I was like, nobody's going to come to me to get waxed. why would someone come to me to get waxed? Why would someone come to my room?
Why me?
Yeah, like, why would someone come to my room when you can go to a shop?
Yeah.
Like, you have all of these thoughts, but it's like...
it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, like, oh, like, my space ain't great. I'm in the corner of my room.
Yeah.
You know, that was what was going through my head. But I was like, do you know what? I'm going to try. If people come, people come. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like... And
money have to make.
Money have to make. You have to put them feelings
to be made.
to the side.
Yeah.
So what I always tell people, when you have an idea, you just gotta go for it. Like, just deal with the rest later. Like, the space will come, the money will come, the more education will come. I'm doing my level 2 and level 3, so I'm doing 2 levels at once.
Okay.
Until we get everyone done with in beauty therapy studies. So obviously, once I've finished, I'll be able to do like massages, advanced facials, and then obviously once you have level 2 and 3, you can go into more advanced treatments like laser, you know, more advanced facials, like doing chemical peels and the high-end stuff. Yeah.
So that brings me on to this last question that I have for you. What is the end goal? What's the dream now? Because you're doing all of these courses and you've come such a long way from your room, from a corner in your room to having a whole space, a whole room. Yeah. What's the end goal? What's the dream?
I'm trying to open an academy.
An academy, okay.
Yeah, so my main goal is actually help other women in my situation to have their own businesses. If that's beauty,
so teaching them and motivating them.
Yeah, so I want to own basically an academy, yeah. Obviously, it's only up from here. So once I do my level 2 and 3, then I'll be doing my level 4, 5, doing more advanced treatments, having a bigger space, obviously.
And still being a super mom.
Yeah. You know, that ain't gonna change. The only thing changing is her age, because she's getting so big.
She is.
But the end goal is to literally motivate, empower women into starting their own businesses, because we can do it. Like,
you've done it. You have gone through so much, and
that, like, Tash, I can't even lie to you. When I started Nubia Beauty, I only started with £200. I literally took £200 out of my savings and I've blown it into a full-time salary.
You started with £200.
I took £200 out of my savings to start.
Wow.
And now I'm earning what I was earning at Treatwell, which was a very good salary.
So you're earning the salary that you was making at a good job that you got made redundant from doing your own business. But it must be hard motivating yourself and pushing yourself every day. That must be really hard.
There are days I'm like, oh my god, I really want to sleep. Like days like today, I was like, oh my god, I really want to sleep. I've really got clients. Like some of my clients have been with me from the beginning. Like their loyalty card. Literally and I've moved like location and they've still come. Do you know what I mean? It's difficult. I was never gonna say it's easy. Like you lose sleep. I've lost money. I've gained money. In the end, I'm happy doing what I'm doing. It gives me the flexibility to be a mum.
Exactly.
It gives me the flexibility to be a human being. To be a woman.
And earn a good salary.
But like I always say anyway, like with my Nubia Beauty money, I don't spend it. I always reinvest it. Like I never spend it. Okay, I buy food here and there. Let me not lie. I buy Uber Eats on my account. And I pay for petrol. But my main bulk of the money has gone into investments. Like I've been able to buy land in Ghana. Is that deep? Like I have land in Ghana that I bought myself, not parts. I bought it with my money that I earned doing something on the side.
You have your own business, you own land in Ghana, you're a mom. Wow, you are super woman.
Literally.
You are the definition of a woman who is doing it all, a boss, a queen, a goddess. Tell us about yourself. Where can everyone find you? Give us all the deets. Plug yourself. Plug
myself. Girls, follow me. My page is Nubia Beauty, Nubia, means black. Beauty.
Yeah,
BE. A-U-T-Y. 2 Y's at the end.
Okay.
That's all my social media, so it doesn't change. The spelling is still the same. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Alright guys, well that kind of summarizes today's interview with the beautiful Barbara. If you didn't get it all, then make sure you go over to my blog, which is www.tenaciousgoddess.com, and all the information will be on the blog. You know, just a few notes from this episode, so make sure you go check that out. And until our next episode, goddesses, we will see you then.